Okay, hi. Um, this is obviously Siobhan, and I just finished up my warm up and my solo improv, and I actually really enjoyed doing it. I really forced myself this time to let it go and to not plan it because I have a tendency to want to plan everything and to know exactly what I'm doing from beginning to end, and so it's very difficult for me to let go of that. But I challenged myself to do that, both in movement and in real life. So I know I wrote down just a few key points that I did want to make sure that I hit on, it just in relation to how I move and why I chose the piece of music that I chose. I chose two pieces by Keb Mo. Life is Wonderful or Life is Beautiful and In the Morning. And I chose those two pieces of music because blues and jazz really speak to me in the sense that it's a it resonates the same way movement does to me sometimes, in the way that I choose to move, with letting go and catching yourself again, and that momentum, sort of having a center to come back to, but being able to leave and then come back to it. And then I feel like that reflects sort of the natural rhythms of life, with the ebb and flow of the ocean and the wind picking up and then slowing down, and those rhythms in nature and those oppositional pulls that keep us grounded, that keep the world moving. How all of that connects. So I would describe my movement like I feel like I'm very grounded. I feel like I spent a lot of years studying technique, which might add some pretty frills to my movement, but it's definitely not what I focus on anymore. I really like to focus on my weight and being able to stretch myself, and using opposition, whether it's high to low or horizontally or vertically, however you want to look at it. I like to be able to pull myself through the space. I would say that I use a lot of sustained movement. I think that's probably where I'm most comfortable. So maybe that's more of a control thing. I think if I move slower, then maybe I can pull that out and I can feel myself holding on to stuff. So I try to challenge myself to, maybe if that's where I'm comfortable, to use that to go off of that. So I like to explore the differences between stillness and movement. I used to think that dance was just constant, energy and movement, and I have to use it to get from here to there and here to there and here to there. And there is a quality in stillness that's important. We don't have movement without stillness, just like every other opposition. We don't have happiness without sadness, cliche as it is, but we don't have movement without stillness, and so I like to explore that stillness, and how that informs the movement that is before and the movement that comes after it. I was really overwhelmed by how emotional I was when I was dancing. That I have moved my whole life, almost every day, dance-wise. I'm obviously moved. I've performed so many times, and I've performed many meaningful pieces, but I was literally brought to tears at some point during this, and did cry afterwards. And I'm not sure if it's just a culmination of my really wanting to be in this program and making a big life change, and maybe feeling that come out through my kinesthetically, through my body, through this. But it was a very powerful experience. I think I did some things that I wasn't prepared to do, and that I surprised myself with. Just using some very pedestrian movement, and incorporating that into what I was doing, like the skipping and the snapping and the that kind of thing. I'd like to explore that, but I was surprised at how easily I brought that into the piece. So So I think that is it. Weight, momentum, the opposition, natural energy, the being okay to be not okay, being able to let go and explore. And I think it's in that discomfort that we find ourselves. And maybe it was in that discomfort today that I found, that expression, that pure joy and fear of change, and that really came out. So I hope that answers some of your questions and helps you maybe understand my movement a little bit better. And I hope to be speaking to you soon. Thanks.